Ooh, caught me in the middle of something. Hello there, and welcome to Smokin' and Jokin' with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Just went to the dispensary, got myself some different stuffs. I got myself some edibles, some more edibles. Hey Guido, some flour, and they gave me a pre-roll for my birthday. So I think I'm pretty well set. Hey dearest, how you doing this morning? And I'm going to smoke this pre-roll and see what it's all about. And we're going to take a look at some content. I see we have Guido and M Dearest in our chat. How y'all doing?
Alrighty. Apparently, New York has lost their ever-loving minds, or that election was rigged as fuck. Now you say, well, Bon, how you say that? Because apparently nobody knows history.
What?
Hello, I'm a real historian. Let's harken back. Okay.
Damn, I can't even get my joint lit. You son of a bitch, you're not a historian any more than I'm the Virgin Mary. Shut the hell up.
Just in New York alone. Let's start right with New York alone. All right, Muslims throw airplanes into buildings. The vast majority of those individuals were from Saudi Arabia. They were Saudi Arabia citizens, and the ones that weren't were from countries loyal to Saudi Arabia. So the Muslims slammed planes into buildings in New York. All right. Then, to add insult to injury, they built a mosque right there at Ground Zero. Then, if that wasn't enough, they built a Muslim minaret on top of Freedom Tower, disguised as an antenna. dumb Americans, I tell you. And now y'all want to put Muslim in as mayor of New York City? Really? You guys don't learn from history, do you? Apparently you don't. Hey, you don't. Let me tell you a little history lesson, New York. Since apparently you're about to find out the hard way, and then you can find out the hard way yourself. No wonder I got the hell out of there. Now I see why. But anyway, let me tell you a little story about a little country called Lebanon. All right, Lebanon is a little tiny country to the north of Israel, and it was kind of stuck there. And I think it was even originally Israeli land, but for whatever reason, they allowed a group of Christians, Orthodox Christians, to have it, because, they maintain that the Middle East is also a holy site for Christians, which is true. That's true. So, they let them have that land, and they formed a Christian nation out of it.
I'm not saying a daggum word. I'm just gonna let this sumbitch completely dig himself into a hole because he's stupid. This is some smooth shit.
Now, in typical Christian fashion, they decided to be extremely stupid and let Muslims into their government and into their military. Well, gee, Bon, what happened when they did that? Well, I'll tell you what happened when they did that. When they did that, the Muslims decided to start slaughtering Christians in the streets. And we know this because Bridget Gabrielle survived it. Her parents, unfortunately, did not. And Bridget Gabrielle goes touring all over the United States, telling everybody that'll listen her story of how she survived in the sewers to get away from them people and to escape. Or she'd be dead too. But yeah, the Muslims got control. They just started slaughtering Christians. That's a fact. That's not Von Helden's opinion. That's a fact. Now you say, well, Von, that's just one isolated incident. Okay, fine. Let's fast forward a little bit. Milosevic comes on TV and says, America, we need your help. The Muslims that we stupidly allowed in our government or military have taken over and are threatening to burn Kosovo to the ground. Unfortunately for Milosevic, our president was Bill Clinton. And so Bill Clinton sends America over there, and America bombs the Serbian Christians and not the Kosovo Muslims. I'm not even
Okay,
kidding.
well, this motherfucker sits here and gets shit wrong. Oh, so very wrong. I'm sitting here. I had an edible. And I had some Advil to try to make my back stop hurting. Because I have to work tonight. I have to work tonight. It's my second night. I can't just not show up. Not unless I'm barfing up a fucking lung. And this sumbitch is sitting on his ass. Doing this shit. My back finally loosened up. Ooh. I can move again. Hey, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm all kind of loosey-goosey now.
After Milosevic got on TV and told him, yeah,
Hey,
the
Bonnie
Muslims are threatening to
B.
burn Kosovo
Hey,
to the
see-through
ground, we need
gypsy.
your
Hey,
help.
deviant. Whoop,
Bill
whoop.
Clinton goes over there and bombs the Christians instead of the Muslims. And what did the Muslims do in reply? Oh, yeah, they burned Kosovo to the ground. That's a fact, Jack. It's not Von Helden's opinion. And so now here New York has stupidly allowed Muslims to get in control of their major cities. And you don't think there's going to be something bad happen? Well, then you're an idiot, because I'm a historian, a real one. And every time the Muslims were allowed in control of the government and the military, bad shit happened. Every single time. Now you say, well, Von, why is...
Von Helton? I don't care if they're the color of a baboon's ass. If they can do the job, let them do the job. I don't care if they believe that flying spaghetti monsters are coming out of the sky and whisper sweet nothings into their ear. If they can do a good job, let them do the job.
that? Because Muslims, when they come over here, they're over here because they're here to commit jihad. That's in their holy book, the Quran. And you say, well, Von, why would they do that? They would do that because, they're doing what their Prophet Muhammad told them to do. All Muslims, folks, in the Quran are called to jihad. Every Muslim. Every single Muslim. There is no such thing as a civilian Muslim. You got to get that in your head, because there ain't. There's no such thing.
Don't worry about it,
All
wandering.
Muslims follow the Quran. All Muslims follow the Prophet Muhammad. And the Prophet Muhammad said it is the duty of every Muslim to wage jihad against the infidel. Guess who you are? You're the infidel. All right, America is an infidel country. In fact, the Muslims call America the Great Satan. Did you know that? It's true. Google it. I dare you. Muslims call America the Great Satan. So, well, wait a minute, Vaughn. If America's the Great Satan, why in the fuck would any Muslim be here? Good point. Because they're not here to be your friend. They're here to wage jihad. Now,
I'm just going to leave that right there. And you know what? I'm done with this. This is over. I'm done with this bullshit. I'm sick of this shit. Let's hear what he's got to say here, this stupid bastard.
alrighty. Someone wanted me to clarify
He
my
changed his
position
shirt.
on
What do you know about that shit?
the interdimensional thing. Apparently, I didn't make myself clear as to do so now. Basically, I'm a broad brush kind of guy. I mean, I allow for everything, and so it is my belief that there is both interdimensional ETs as well as physical ETs. I'm totally okay with both. You know, you have some people that it's an either or thing. You know, especially Christians want to label ETs as demons. That is not true. However, having said that, there are interdimensional beings out there that are not our friend, that do not like us. I've told this story a million times. I'll tell it 1,000,001. Years and years ago, they successfully created a portal in a lab, and as they're about ready to pop the champagne cork, something comes and starts banging on the portal, trying to get through. And cooler heads prevailed, and somebody lunged for the power cord and pulled the plug right out of the wall, which prevented them from doing so.
What? You can unplug it like a toaster? Like if my toaster was on fire, I could just unplug it? Just sit there and yank the cord? I'm sure there's a little more to it than that.
So, because they were going to come through, man. Whatever it was going to come through, and so they pulled the plug on
Hey,
that.
Corey, how you
And
doing?
good on them for doing it, because that could have been a disaster. So there is some entities that are not our friends. It's just that simple. They're just not our friends.
I have no
We
idea.
need to be cognizant of that fact, because you know, you're dealing with forces out there that's powerful entities. We need to be prepared. We need to be secure in our person, because, like I said, you got CERN out there that's dying to make a portal. They're wanting to make a portal, and I don't think it's a good idea. But you know, how many times have they actually listened to me? Not very many times. But in any event, yeah, I wanted to clarify that, because I apparently didn't make myself clear enough on that before. Now what? What? Did you see another doggy? I don't see a doggy. He jumped up looking for something. I don't see a dog.
Yeah, me too, Corey.
Anyways, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was sore as hell. I finally made my trip to Illinois, and I got some edibles. I got a pre-roll for my birthday. And I got some flour, and my back was freaking on fire. It was on fire when I got out of the car. And I got in the house. I had an edible and took an Advil just in case, and I can move now, which is good. It's positive.
And John, you know, if John gives the 1,100 back that he still owes me for the horrible trip to New Jersey that ended up in a total disaster, if he would give me the 1,100 back, that would put him in the good graces of pretty much everyone, and it would also defeat Todd and the trolls, and he would be a number one king of the hill, top of the heap, as Frank Sinatra used to sing. So something to think about there, John. Way to your way to redeem yourself and get yourself back in the good graces of everyone. Pretty much would be to obviously give the 1,100 back and that I've spent on a frivolous trip to New Jersey, and that would.
Oh, to get everybody back to liking him again. Nobody liked him to begin with. And I personally don't give a fuck. I don't think anybody else gives a fuck either. So there's that. And even to the casual observer like me who does not really give a fuck about you or him, he don't owe you anything. You're just a dumb son of a bitch.
That would be awesome, and that would definitely put you back in the good graces, bud. Something to think about. Just mill it around in the cobwebs of your brain there, because you would totally defeat Todd at that point, right? Because then Todd would have to counter, or somebody else would have to counter with even more money. And by you giving back the 1,100, it would mostly cause him to double his or triple his efforts, right? To think about, John, while you're sitting around doing nothing, milling around, whatever, just run it through the cobwebs of your brain there and see what you think. Anyways, and what else? What?
Let me ask y'all something. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the dumbest son of a bitch on the face of the planet, 10 being extraordinarily intelligent, how dumb does Vaughn have to be able to do the mental gymnastics that he's doing to think that Todd and fucking John owe him money? Give me a number on a sliding scale from 1 to 10. How dumb does he have to be to believe that those two men owe him money? J-Dubs I wouldn't piss on if he was on fire, but he don't owe him no damn money. J-Dubs doesn't owe him shit. Although it would be funny to see him try to cough up that 1,100 just to give Devon to appease him. I think that would be funny as shit.
What else? Yeah, my travels to Nevada and Oregon, and I'm hoping that maybe I can flip some houses in Oregon. Get started on that, and if I can, that would be awesome, because then
Wow.
I could get into real estate, obviously, and unlike Trump, though, I ain't gonna go bankrupt. I'm not going to go bankrupt. And I'm certainly not going to hook up with the Rothschilds.
Hey,
That
all
would,
my
that would be
mirrors.
insane. But in any event, definitely go to Oregon and see if I can't flip some houses over there. Make me a little bit of bird dog money, as they call it, which would be awesome. And something that I definitely want to do. So that's definitely on my mind first and foremost, because obviously flipping houses, I make some damn good money doing that.
No, I
Of
don't,
course,
for one
then
simple
there's
reason.
always the fact that, hey, I could
One
win the lottery.
little
I
reason.
could win the lottery, and this whole.
I don't want to see him starve for one little reason, and that's that dog. That dog didn't ask to be brought into this. That dog didn't ask to be brought into this. If you rescue Sharpie, no, it's all bets are off. Psh, starve, bitch. But I know that if Vaughn's being fed, that Sharpie might get some food. Or that he might consider feeding Sharpie so that he'll have somebody there.
Fracas would end immediately, and my life would be transformed fundamentally at that point. And to that end, I was talking to the cashier about that, and they said something very interesting.
Yeah,
they said,
Corky.
now if you get these scratch-off tickets.
Yeah, Corky, we want to pick your brain a minute there, bud, about flipping houses. You'd know a lot about that, wouldn't you, bud? Do they have to be yours? Or do you just put your name on the paper and call it good? Like you did. And get caught. Not Sparky. You actually got to buy the house.
You have to drive all the way to Phoenix, back to Phoenix, to cash them in. But it said if you win the big money, like the Powerball, the Mega Million, and I guess the Arizona Lottery, whatever that is, you don't. They come to you. And a representative would actually come to my location and cash in my ticket. And I'm like, wow, that's cool, man. So I don't even have to spend my gas. I just stay right here, man. And if I win, I stay here. They send a representative down here, and we fill out the paperwork or whatever it is we got to do. And bada boom, bada bing, baby. It's all done. I don't have to. Isn't that?
You're not going to win no fucking lottery, you idiot. Hell, I did a daily pick 5 that I haven't even checked yet. I got to check that shit. See if I'm a winner. Wouldn't it be something if I won like $5,000? That would come in really handy. We really need the money.
Isn't that cool? That I don't have to drive miles to cash
Hey,
in the
Jack
tickets.
Lamort, how you doing?
And he told me that shit, and I thought, wow, man, that's really cool. So wow. See, there's the gods again intervening on my behalf, making things easy for me. So now all I got to do is just win the damn thing, one or both. They said I would win both. Remember, the gods said I would win both, Powerball and the Mega Million. And then I was joking around with them. I said, well, what if they don't believe? And they said, well, maybe we'll let you win the Publishers Clearinghouse too. So
Publishers Clearinghouse is not even in business anymore. They've been sued so many fucking times.
That would be interesting. But yeah, so wouldn't that be great, guys? We don't even have to leave, man. It just they come right to me. They come down here to me, and I shake hands, kiss babies, pop balloons, and
hey,
hold a
Shiloh,
big
how
fat
you
fake
doing?
check in my hands, and then it's all over. And then my whole life has changed, and for the better, and everybody's lives will change at that point. Isn't that right, trolls and haters? Yes, everybody's lives change at that point. But anyways,
you know what would happen if Batty won the lottery? You might not see Batty for about a month. You might not see me for a while. I'll come back, but I'll have a lot of stuff to do. I'll have a lot of stuff to do.
we'll see what happens. Everything's up in the air. Everything's on the table, as they say, and we'll see how things develop. But yeah, I definitely want to get to Oregon and start flipping homes, because that's good money. Okay, you make good money flipping homes. So we'll see how that goes. But that's something to consider. And then of course Nevada, see what Nevada's got going on. not every place is Las Vegas. There's other places in Nevada besides Las Vegas that I can check out and see if it's hospitable for me. Anywho, but yeah, just thought I'd give you some musings this morning, keep you up to date on what's going through my mind, and got a pretty good idea what's going through the trolls' mind. But
Jack Lamort!
It should
Oh
be an
my
interesting experience.
God!
And like I said, where
Jack
time
Lamort
allows,
just gifted 5 memberships. Oh my God! Oh my God! Thank you so much. Let me see who got it. Pink Stars, Jamie Earl. Oh, the OG 4 Wicks Hyperstasis, the Coffee Artist, and Clone Commander all got them. Thank you so much. That is, it is just so generous of you. You're awesome sauce. Now I gotta sing the damn song. Welcome to our club. Welcome to our club. Welcome, 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 welcome to our club. Welcome. Yay, welcome. Yay, welcome. Yay, welcome. And welcome to our club. You'll see our custom emojis that I made all by my lonesome of all different kinds of stuff. Some of the stuff which I still have, some of it the kitties destroyed. But enjoy. They're immortalized, and you'll see Morty in there. Morty, he passed away. God bless his soul. And enjoy. We will also have a Bad After Dark members only. I just don't know when. I promise I'll do it. I will get it going. And thanks again. Now on with the show.
And I'll try to videotape and keep everybody updated on what's going on and whatnot. And so it should be interesting. Should be interesting. All right, that's it. Have a good one, guys.
This guy is such a cheese dick. He is such an idiot. God, I hate him. Okay, let's go to Fat Photog. Pony up and pay, piggy tards.
On that before. Now what? Now what? What? See a doggy. He jumped up looking for something. I don't see a dog. Anyways, yes. Oh, yes. And John, if John gives the 1100 back that he still owes me for the horrible trip to New Jersey that ended up in a total disaster, if he would give me the 1100 back, that would put him in the good graces of pretty much everyone.
No, 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 no. No. Nobody cares. I know we've seen this, but it bears looking at again. He don't owe you nothing. He don't owe you the sweat off his balls.
And it would also defeat Todd and the Trolls, and he would be a number one, king of the hill, top of the heap, as Frank Sinatra used to sing. So something to think about there, John. Your way to redeem yourself and get yourself back in the good graces of everyone, pretty much, would be to obviously give the 1100 back and that I've spent on a frivolous trip to New Jersey, and that would be awesome, and that would definitely put you back in the good graces, bud. Something to think about. Just mill it around in the cobwebs of your brain there, because you would totally defeat Todd at that point, right? Because then Todd would have to counter, or somebody else would have to counter with even more money. And by you giving back the 1,100, it would most certainly it would most certainly cause him to double his or triple his efforts, right? Yeah, absolutely. So something to think about, John, while you're sitting around doing nothing, milling around, whatever.
Well, I have names for him. Moron, stupid ass, fuckface, um, dum dum, dumbass, asshole, ass face. There could be more, but I don't like the way he's looking at me. It's giving me a creepy vibe.
Just, run it through the cobwebs of your brain there and see what you think. Anyways, and what else? What else?
Hey, Lucifer
my
Almighty!
travels to
Hey, Lady
my travels
Starfire!
to Nevada and Oregon, and I'm hoping that maybe I can flip some houses in Oregon. Get started on that, and if I can, that would be awesome, because then I could get into real estate, obviously. And unlike Trump, though, I ain't going to go bankrupt.
I don't think he's bankrupt, dude. I think he's got plenty of money. See, there's bankrupt and then there's bankrupt. He's bankrupt. Morally, spiritually, ethically. Uh, anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Uh, what was I saying? He's wanting to get into real estate. Corky, you need to help this feller out. You two fellers need to talk to each other. You and what do you think, Stinky and Fart Boy together?
I'm not going to go bankrupt, and I'm certainly not going to hook up with the Rothschilds. Holy shit, that would be insane. But in any event, definitely go to Oregon, see if I can't flip some houses over there, make me a little bit of bird dog money, as they call it, which would be awesome, and something that I definitely want to do. So that's definitely on my mind first and foremost, because obviously flipping houses, I make some damn good money doing that. Of course, then there's always the fact that, hey, I could win the lottery.
Hey, Colonel Chubbs!
And this whole fracas would end immediately. And my life would be transformed fundamentally at that point. And to that end, I was talking to the cashier about that. And they said, they said something very interesting. They said, now, if you get these scratch-off tickets, you have to drive all the way to Phoenix, back to Phoenix, to cash them in. But it said if you win the big money, like the Powerball, the Mega Million, and I guess the Arizona Lottery, whatever that is, they come to you. And a representative would actually come to my location and cash in my ticket. And I'm like, wow, that's cool, man. So I don't even have to spend my gas. I just stay right here, man, and if I win, I stay here. They send a representative down here, and we fill out the paperwork.
Ugh. That's a lot of ifs. If ifs and nuts were candy and butts, if its and butts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Or whatever it is we got to do, and bada boom, bada bing, baby. It's all done. I don't have to. Isn't that cool? That I don't have to drive miles to cash in the tickets. Isn't that great? And he told me that shit, and I thought, wow, man, that's really cool. So wow. See, there's the gods again intervening on my behalf, making things easy for me. So now all I got to do is just win the damn thing, and one or both. They said I would win both, remember? Remember, the God said I would win both Powerball and the Mega Million. And then I was joking around with them. I said, well, what if they don't believe? And they said, well, maybe we'll let you win the Publishers Clearinghouse, too. So that would be interesting. But yeah, so wouldn't that be great, guys? We don't even have to leave, man. It just, they come right to me. They come down here to me, and, you know, I shake hands, kiss babies, pop balloons, and hold a big fat fake check in my hands, and then it's all over. And then my whole life has changed, and for the better, and everybody's lives will change at that point. Isn't that right, trolls and haters? Yes, everybody.
Boy, he's really got this big fantasy plan, doesn't he? He does. He's just he's just got this big old fantasy plan. This big old fantasy. Yeah, you really think he really thinks he's gonna do something. He thinks he's gonna win. This is the kind of person that doesn't need to gamble. Hey, Von Helton, I got a question. If you're supposed to win the lottery, why don't they tell you the time and day to pick up the ticket so that you don't waste a lot of money? Or give you the numbers? Just a thought. You know, why all this rigmarole? Why not just give you the damn numbers? Why make you spend thousands of dollars on the lottery? And just give you the stupid numbers. You know why? Because you're clinically insane and your gods and goddesses of creation do not fucking exist.
His lives changed at that point. But anyways, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Everything's up in the air. Everything's on the table, as they say. And we'll see how things develop. But yeah, I definitely want to get to Oregon and start flipping homes, because that's good money. Okay, you make good money flipping homes. So we'll see how that goes. But that's something to consider. And then of course, Nevada. See what Nevada's got going on. Not every place is Las Vegas. There's other places in Nevada besides Las Vegas that I can check out and see if it's hospitable for me. Anywho, but yeah, just thought I'd give you some musings this morning, keep you up to date on what's going on.
Yeah. You know what? Now, come to think of it, I was thinking he was just a little bit too fucking smug. I thought he was a little too smug. He must have some money on him. Or have something up his sleeve.
Going through my mind, and got a pretty good idea what's going through the trolls' mind. But we should have, it should be an interesting experience. And like I said, where time allows, and I'll try to videotape and keep everybody updated on what's going on and whatnot. And so it should be interesting. Should be interesting. All right, that's it. Have a good one, guys.
Okay, bye, Lady Starfire. Have a good day. Thanks for coming in, baby girl. Oh man, this guy. I don't know. I don't understand him. It's like I said. Now think about it, guys. Why all this rigmarole about buying tickets time after time after time after time? Why don't they just give him the fucking numbers and be done with it? Because it's a bunch of fucking bullshit. That's why. Okay. Wait a minute. Nats and the Pizza's got one. Nats and the Pizza's got a few. Let's start here.
That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
That's why I don't fuck around.
The food stamp program is all automated these days. It's not run by humans. The food stamp program is completely unaffected by the government shutdown. Completely. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the food stamps. Nothing. It's a lie. It's all a lie. There's nothing wrong with food stamps. Okay, them food stamps just keep humming right along. Because there ain't no shortage of money in the government. The government's got tons of money. Because there is no reason for us not to get food stamps this November. None. Zero. It's all automated. I know, especially in Manchester, when I went in there, it's same person every day at that office.
No, there's
just one person.
No, I'm not.
Why? Because it's all automated. It's all automated. The only time they need a person, really the only time they need a person in the office is if you go to reapply. Other than that, they don't need a human there because it's all automated. I don't understand.
Let me be clear. There's nothing wrong with playing the lottery. There's nothing wrong with hoping you win. There's everything wrong with it using it as a retirement option. It ain't a 401k, dude. It's not a pension. You can't get that money back once you spend it, you dumb dumb.
Why everybody's all up in arms over this shit. The government shut down. That's true. But the government has reserves. Okay, there are money reserves in the government. Probably for just such an occasion, like a government shutdown. I want to address two things. Number one, obviously the most important thing, is that the SNAP benefits did not go through on November 1st. So I must assume that the Trump administration is totally okay with millions of people dying. I mean, what else am I to assume from that?
Wrong. That is not your problem with it. The people that are being denied, the families that are suffering, the children that are suffering, the single parent households that are suffering, people who are just trying to make ends meet that are suffering. You're talking about you. You deadbeat. What would the gods of creation say about a creature that doesn't work or do anything or serve a useful purpose? That abuses his kids, neglects them, criminally so. Same with his wife, who he was damn lucky to get, because nothing else has touched him since. This guy, oh, for crying out loud.
Like I said in the previous video, they can pull money from the Pentagon. They can pull money from other wackadoodle services that aren't even being utilized at the moment to pay for the food stamps. The food stamps is only $8.8 billion, and they can pull the billions and billions of dollars of waste and fraud into covering that. Now, the reason I'm mentioning it a second time in a second video is because California has a food bank, and the food bank is now reporting, their spokesman actually came out and got behind a podium and said that the California Food Bank is not going to be able to cover all Californians that need food. The food bank can handle maybe 80,000 at best, whereas the SNAP program would handle 125 to 135 million or thousand or whatever it is.
Which is it, million or thousand, stupid? Is it 135 million or 135,000? That's quite a fucking leap, don't you think? I should have got a bath bomb or something. That would have been good. Soak in a bath. I didn't think about that. All I was thinking about is I had to go to work later.
And so, yeah, it falls short. It falls far short. They're 80 versus the food stamp program's 120 to 130, 135, whatever.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Vaughn. Grown-ups are talking. You know, I picked up a box of honey buns. I think they were $3.50. I can remember when, not that long ago, they were $2.50. It seemed like not long before that they were $1.50. I got the ultra cheap honey buns instead of getting those honey buns. I'll never do that again.
I'm spitballing the numbers here, but you get what I'm saying. There's not enough to cover every American that needs stamps, the equivalent of food stamps. Not going to be able to cover it. They're just not. And I suspect other states are that way as well, not just California. So, there is going to be loss of life as a result of this. I'm sure that the Democrats and the Republicans, the states will cover it. The states cannot cover it. The California spokesperson just came out behind the podium and said they can't cover it. Okay, that's why the stamp program exists, is to cover the people that need assistance. No, because my food stamp card has a whopping 50 cents on it. As of right now, my food stamp card has a whopping 50 cents on it, and it shouldn't. It should be, what is it? I think $291 or some shit. So yeah, we got a problem.
What's this we shit? Sounds like you have a problem. I have food in my cupboard. Back there. Got Diet Mountain Dew. I got 4 cases of those. I got bottled water. Got anything I want. I got enough to last me a month. And I just got through cooking supper. You know what we had for supper? We had ham steak, macaroni and cheese, and corn. That's what was on the menu today. And it was really, really yummy.
Got a real problem, and it's a serious one. And a pox on both their houses. This should not be happening. It should not be allowed to happen. There's tons of money in Washington D.C. that's being wasted every day.
You know what? What you say would be very noble, except for the fact that, it's all about you. You're just worried about you. You ain't worried about nobody else. And there is a fucking cure, you able bodied bastard. Get out there and get a fucking job. I'm hurting and I have to go to work tonight. And do you know what I'm going to be doing tonight, Helton? Moving boxes of freight. That's what I'm going to be doing for 6 hours, moving boxes of freight. And it's my second day on the job. I can't call in. I take Celebrex. I just took a couple of Advil and an edible, and it still hurts a little. But I've still got to go in. That's just the way it fucking is. When you work.
Pardon me, that could be diverted to cover the food stamp program. They're just not wanting to do it. Maybe it's time
Belch in my fucking face.
that the conservatives look at the Constitution Party as a viable alternative, whereas the liberals and leftists look at the Green Party as a viable alternative. And I understand. My understanding is that the Green Party's presidential candidate was a really nice lady. But yeah, the food stamp program is obviously the number one priority because people are going to die without food. Okay, that's reality. You have to have food to live. Okay, and now of course the elites like to call us useless eaters. Yes, that really is a term. You can Google that. And so, yeah, there's that, we'll just cut off the food stamp program and get rid of all the useless eaters. Well, yeah, I got a real problem with that. And I imagine a whole bunch of other people have a real problem with that as well. But the food stamp program obviously is a very serious thing, and it's not to be taken.
What a fucking idiot. Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it here because my back is giving me a lot of trouble. I'd like to keep going, but I need to lay down. And it's getting time for me to lay down anyway because I got to be at work at 9. So, I want to thank everybody that came and saw me today. You guys rock. I don't care if you were here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care, and I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be around between 1 and 3 a.m., depending upon when I get off. Bye. Peace.